What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey tribe, what's up? How you guys doing? Woo, let me do my roll call and let's get into some things of the things. What's up, Ebs? Hey boo. Hey Kenneth. He said I can't wait for the shenanigans, child. We got a lot to talk about, and I didn't write my agenda down. Hey Tracy, what's up, Below? Hey Joshua. Hey Starbell. What's up, Star? So my candle, Ebby's gonna love this one. My banana bundt cake is the candle of the day. I know how much Ebby loves bananas. Hope you hear the sarcasm in my voice. What's up, you guys? Hope everybody's having a happy hump day. Hump day. So much to talk about, y'all. So much is, we go from one extreme to the other, child. We go from not having nothing to talk about to everybody just acting a fool. Everybody acting a fool. So let's get into some things of the things. So first of all, hey Lauren, what's up, Zara? Hey. So first of all, let me go ahead and apologize ahead of time. I had some dental work done yesterday. That's why I wasn't live yesterday. I did give you guys a members only story time before I went in for my dental procedure yesterday. And I tried to come back last night and I took my meds and stuff and I tried to get back on here, but baby, my mouth just was like, no. I laid down and I was asleep most of the night. You want a $50 gift card from Bath and Body Works from the job, going to buy some candles? Yes. Abby, we gotta talk. We have not talked in a long time. We got a lot to catch each other up on. Oh my gosh. Because I don't know the updates on the new domicile. Oh my gosh. Hey, Denisha. So, if at any time it sounds like I have a thick tongue or my words are slurred or something like that, charge it to my dental, my oral surgeon and not my heart. Okay? All right, y'all. So let's get into some things of the things. Like I said, a lot of where's my pen? A lot was going on. I didn't think the live was going to happen. So glad you came on live though, because this Kerrion. Yeah, we're gonna get into this Kerrion situation because we got some updates. I have some things I need to add, things I need to update you guys on. I did a video before. I did a quick drop. But we'll get more into the details here. So let's start with let's get into some things we have. Hold on. All right. So we know that we lost some talk shows this year. Some talk shows were canceled. We're losing Nick Cannon, which never really kind of got off the well, thank you, Joshua. Never really got off the ground, but so we lost Nick Cannon. We lost the Real. That has been confirmed that it was canceled. So we lost the Real, which again, maybe some people can't. What's up, DMV Reaper? Where you been, boo? Hey, Fruit Punch. You just left a quick drop. Yeah, we get ready to get more into the details. We lost the Real. We know that Wendy Williams is leaving us, at least in the version that we have come to know over the last 10 years. I do not think that Wendy Williams is out for the count. I think she's down, not out, right? I think we will see some version of a Wendy Williams show, I would say within the next couple of years. Not sure if she has a non-compete clause or something that might limit her. But I don't think we've heard the last of Nene Leakes. But with that being said, we know that we're getting a Sherri Shepherd show in the fall. We're getting a Jennifer Hudson talk show in the fall. And we just had 2 men added to the talk show game. Now, these are both 2 gay black men. And the only reason why I bring up their sexual orientation is because I think it might add a point of view to a talk show. Okay, I'm not adding it for any derogatory reasons, but other than to say that there's a point of view that might come in with that, right? So the first one is Karamo Brown. You guys may be familiar with Karamo. He is a Real World alum. I believe he was on the Real World DC version, I think. Don't quote me on that. Either Philadelphia or DC season, I believe, over on MTV. But more recently, he is known as he's known on the reboot of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, right? The reboot of that. So he's just announced that he'll be having his own talk show on NBC Universal in the fall. And then we found out today that Carlos King, executive producer of Love and co-creator, executive producer of the Love and Marriage franchise, is now a franchise because we have Huntsville and we have DC starting in the fall. Starting next month. He will now be getting his own talk show over to the own network. It'll be a late night talk show, so it'll fall in like a slot of like an Arsenio Hall or a late night David Letterman. That lets y'all know I'm old because I'm not naming none of the new stuff. Jimmy Kimmel. I'm talking about all these old shows, child. You thought I said gay black men. See, that's what I'm saying. This is my mouth. That's the surgery going on in my mouth, child. Just, charge it to my head and not my heart now. Okay. Work with a sister. Yeah. So there's that. How do we feel about that? Now, I'm not going to quite put that under shit we didn't ask for, but I am going to ask you how y'all feel about it. Y'all, are we looking forward to it? Do we think this is going to add some new life, some new flavor to the talk show game? What's up, Diva Juan? Hey, boo. Diva, we need to do me, you, Abby. Maybe I'll reach out to some other people. We need to do a panel on Chasing Atlanta and The Circle, child. Listen, I'm trying to get my last Circle review together. I'm about halfway through that episode, but I'm just going to be honest with you. After the fight took place, I sort of blanked out the rest of it, and so I kind of need to go back and finish watching it like I care so I can bring y'all a review. I'm going to be honest with you. They take their time giving me an episode, so I'm just going to feel like I could take my time giving them a damn review. But we need to do a panel, boo, so we can talk about some things of the things. Maybe we can get that together this weekend. I'll reach out to you. Maybe we can get that together this weekend and talk about, we about 4 episodes into Chasing Atlanta. We could talk about some things. So what in the world would Karamo Brown be talking about? Congrats nonetheless to him and Carlos. Ciao. Hey, Amir, how are you? No, that's good. Carlos King is good. Well, Carlos King also started a podcast. Now, I find it interesting. I wonder if he had already made plans to do a podcast before he was offered a talk show, because honestly, I just feel like that's redundant. Does that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're kind of being redundant if we're going to talk about, if you're going to do a podcast and then turn around and do a talk show. But then again, I guess not, because all the rest, you know what? I take that back, because everybody else does it. I do a podcast and all I do is download this and upload it to my podcast. So, Andy does a Bravo Andy does a podcast. Ryan Seacrest does a podcast. So I guess it's not redundant. I take back what I said. Everybody else do it. Go ahead, Carlos. Live your best life, boo. Live your best life, boo. I take back what I said. I can take it back. I take it back. Carlos called Nene the greatest housewife of all time. I'm going to say this. If there were to be a Mount Rushmore of housewives, Nene's on it. I will say that. If there's going to be a Mount Rushmore of housewives, Nene's on it. I put Nene on it. I can't say the greatest because I personally don't watch every single franchise. So I don't feel qualified, because if for me to say that she's the greatest, I would be disqualifying New York and the OC from the running, because I don't watch those franchises. And I didn't watch New Jersey from the beginning or Miami. So I feel like I would be disqualifying. I don't know. But I definitely put her on my Mount Rushmore. I'd definitely be down for it. I thought we lost you for a second with The Circle. Looked like you, me, and Abby, the only 3 left. I feel like but you know what? We could talk about that when we do when we do a review. Yeah, let's set it up, Diva. What's your weekend looking like? Let's talk about some things of the things, honey. We'll talk about it. I just feel like that's what you do when you put out episodes sporadically. You lose people. And honestly, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all and say the only reason why I am still reviewing the show is because Jamar, and yeah, because of Jamar. You qualified them other franchises not hitting on nothing, but they may not be hitting on nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? But again, when we talk about what makes a great housewife, like we have Luann, I don't even watch the Real Housewives of New York, but I've heard the headlines. Luann has given us some great headlines from New York. We have Bethany Frankel from New York. We have Ramona Singer from New York. The OC. I don't know them OC people because I didn't watch the OC. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say they're not hitting on nothing. I would say because again, I didn't watch them. What's up, Mimi? Right, we have Bethany. You know, there's some other housewives, and then when we talk about greatest, what is he using to say greatest? You know what I'm saying? But I definitely put her on my Mount Rushmore. Like I said, I definitely put Nene on the Mount Rushmore. If I'm going to talk about housewives, she is on the Mount Rushmore of housewives. I'm just going to, now that I'm going to say. I'm looking at my list, y'all, because I've told you I forgot to make my list, and that's my fault. I want to make sure, because we didn't talk yesterday, and some stuff went down yesterday, so I want to make sure I hit it all. Okay. Since we talking about Nene, let's go ahead and talk about the Nene and Kandi situation, child. Agreed. The Circle is a great show, but it's the inconsistency for me. We subject to get a reunion next year. Well, look, here's the messed up thing. Ramona could retire, child. Hey, Bossy Don Diva. Here's the messed up thing, Kenneth, about the whole thing with that is they filmed the reunion after only 5 episodes. Like what? 4 episodes? 5 episodes. We're on episode 13. So you have totally disqualified more than half of your season from the reunion. And the problem is, because I've talked to some of the people on the show, and I'm like, hell, at this point, y'all need to do a whole nother reunion. The problem is they wouldn't be able to film another reunion at this point because so much has been done, so much has been said, there's so much bad blood that they wouldn't even be able to film a reunion at a part 2. But they honestly need to do a part 2. It's ridiculous. They really need to do a part 2, in my opinion. They need to do a part 2. Even worse, they did the reunion. Okay, it was 2 episodes. See, I gave them the benefit of the doubt, Diva. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, and I said 4 episodes. Yeah, they filmed the reunion so early that they really only had. And I could listen, and I'm gonna say this: I wouldn't even be mad about them filming the reunion early if they let everybody see the whole season. If everybody had seen the whole season, then I would be like, okay, well, they saw the season. We just didn't see the season. So they got a chance to talk about everything. Listen, they didn't even get a chance to talk about the fight. So I don't know of a housewife that has affected society, language, quotes, memes, sound bites, etc., more than Nene. Right, Zara? And that's what I'm saying. It depends on it really comes down to what you are qualified. What are you using for your criteria, right? What is your criteria? Because again, I agree. I don't take nothing away from that. I agree. If I have my Mount Rushmore, Nene is definitely on it. Hey, Cams, what's up, boo? Mwah. Hey, C Golden. I agree, Nene for the culture, but Bethany had the biggest come up. Bethany did have the biggest come up. Bethany became a millionaire, like legit. Some women already came on the show rich. Yeah, and Nene, I'm gonna say, if I had to say come up, I think for a long time Nene rode that wave. Like she did a really good job. All right, let's get into this Nene thing. So Nene is still speaking on her being blacklisted. Nene has now put in her profile on her Instagram, her social media profile, blacklisted. She has added it to her profile. Hey, Yana, what's up, Nap Queen? Jonathan, no, we're only talking about Nene because Nene makes herself out there to talk about. So Nene, again, she's talking about this whole blacklisted thing. And here comes Jonathan. Jonathan ain't been in my chat in a month of Sundays, but he coming here. As soon as we start talking about Nene, here he come, dropping out the sky. Ain't nobody seen Jonathan ass, but here he come. I should do a Housewives Mount Rushmore poll. Oh, I could. I gotta learn how to do a poll during my live. I need to practice. I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to take up too much time trying to figure it out. But I need to do like a practice live where I could work on it because there's a way you can do a live. You have to go into your studio and there's a way you can do a live do a poll. And I know there's a way to do it. I've seen people do it and I keep forgetting to ask. I know Kamisha does it all the time and I keep forgetting to ask how to do it. But anyway, we're going to get there. But I could do that. You think you need to file for divorce? Exactly. File for divorce, honey. Now, in the I'm sorry. So in the so Nene went on to talk about that's where I messed myself up. Okay, forget it. Okay. I was going to sit here try to figure it out, but I just said I don't want to get distracted and do it. Hey, why add blacklisted to your bio? Who does that? 3 more weeks, wife, the Hebrew class has been killing me. Has it been killing you? Of course, Jonathan gonna drop down when we're talking about Nene, child. So Nene made some comments. She was throwing shade at Kandi's show. Now remember, Nene has been throwing shade at Kandi's show since before the show even came on, child. So of course, Nene made some comments about the ratings for Kandi's show. And Kandi's comments basically were, well, what am I doing that's stopping you from having a show? Like, why you keep coming for me? She said when Nene's shows were out, even when me and Nene weren't in a good place, I always supported her. I always asked people to watch. I always posted it on my social media. So why does she feel the need to have to come for me? What's up, Willie? How you doing? Thank you. Why does she feel the need to come for me? Why does she feel the need to have to, be negative? Like, why is that necessary? So Nene said that people are coming for her and her family. I'm going to read you some of the tweets that Nene put out. Nene says, they always blacklist you when you tell the truth. She also went on to say, if the interview is about her and her show, when the interviewee brings up Nene, she should respectfully shift the topic back to her show. Nene has been off Real Housewives of Atlanta for 2 years, and they still talking about her. Now that speaks volumes. And Nene retweeted that. But this is what I'm going to say. Well, then, Nene, I say the same thing to you. Why do you feel the need to keep throwing shade at Kandi? Like that, you see how that goes both ways? It goes both ways. If you've been off the show for 2 years, why do you feel the need to throw shade at Kandi and the ratings for her show? Why do you feel the need? Remember a couple of weeks ago, she called Kandi out her name. She called her a coon, right? She said she was a coon for the network. Why do you feel the need to keep talking about Kandi? Like that, it goes both ways, Nene. Nene retweeted this as well. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. These damn devils will be exposed. We love you, Queen. Nene said, stop harassing me, my business, my family. Stop having me follow. Stop blacklisting Black women for speaking the truth. Stop paying off attorneys to not file discrimination claims. Stop it. So I guess that's Nene's way of saying what the claims were. That, I mean, saying that's why her lawsuit hasn't gone anywhere. I guess that's her way of saying that. I don't know. She's saying that the attorneys won't file the paperwork because Bravo is paying them off. And let me say this. Do I think that Bravo is a big enough entity that if they wanted to like harass or intimidate attorneys? Sure. Yeah, sure. I believe it. But that's why you probably should be quiet and move in silence. That's probably why you shouldn't have been out here, telling people, you know, what you gonna do if you know that, Bravo's the big bad wolf. Kandi always playing victim. But in this case, Kandi's not playing victim. She's not. In this case, Nene came for Kandi. See, that's the thing. In this situation, Nene came for Kandi. Kandi was minding her good business, promoting her show, and Nene threw shade at Kandi. And Kandi ignored the shit. But seriously, if somebody calls you a coon, y'all not gonna respond? You're not gonna respond, Jonathan. If somebody called you a coon and said that you were, Uncle Tom and all that, you wouldn't respond to that? Come on, stop. Nene plays victim. I'm not gonna say that Kandi don't never play victim. I ain't gonna say that. But in this situation, this ain't on Kandi. This on Nene. And Kandi actually tried to ignore Nene, and Nene kept coming for her. Nene got big-headed and went after Big Brother and lost. Kandi lives in Nene's brain rent-free. Right. Right. I mean, Nene is the one that called Kandi out her name. Nene is the one that has been talking about Kandi's show and the ratings for Kandi's show. That's all been on Nene. Nene's fans threw shade. Nene just agreed. That girl called a coon years ago. That was not recent. But what I'm saying is she did that though. No, what Nene recently, she must have repeated herself because Nene said it recently. Well, but you know what though, Pinky Tiki, we already know that Kandi has a relationship with Bravo. Whatever, again, she has a relationship with Bravo. For whatever the reason is, however it happened, she has a relationship with Bravo. And Bravo likes Kandi. And the thing about Kandi's relationship with Bravo is it goes deeper than just a show. Remember, Kandi produced shows for Bravo. She did that whole Black Lives Matter show for Bravo. Remember that whole thing came down a couple of years ago when the whole Black Lives Matter situation happened, where Kandi produced that whole Black Lives Matter special for Bravo, and they, remember Portia was upset because Portia, was doing all this activism work, and she was upset that she didn't get the show. Remember, y'all remember how that happened? That last season that Nene was on the show? And Nene, because remember, Nene was trying to get them to boycott Bravo then. And Kandi, according to Nene, Kandi went behind their back and brokered a deal with the network and for them to do the Black Lives Matter special. And Kandi's company produced it. Because Kandi knows business better than any of her castmates. Right. Nene wanted them to make them have like a Black Lives Matter, like acknowledge Black Lives Matter on the show. Kandi said, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to get a Black Lives Matter special. Boom. And that's what she did. And she even included Portia, even though Portia was shading her or something, like it was something was going on where she made sure Portia was included or something happened. Kandi handled her business, but she has gotten boring to watch. Yeah. Yeah, they want, that's what it was. Thank you, DMV. They wanted Bravo to make a donation. And Kandi was like, I got a better one. Let's do a show. And how about my production company produces it? You need to do your research on Kandi working with Bravo. She did not include Portia. I don't remember the whole story, Powerful. I'm saying, though, that I know that was some beef that went back to it. I thought Portia was on there. You sure Portia wasn't on? I didn't watch it, so you probably know better than me because I didn't watch it. But I know that was part of the problem. It was something dealing with Portia and all of that. I don't need to do my research because this just happened to come up. I don't need to do my research on Kandi because I don't have no problem with Kandi. Yeah, I know it was something. So Kandi was looking out for herself, not the other ladies. So what? I don't see the problem with that. I mean, I'm not being funny. I don't see what Kandi did wrong. Maybe I need to understand. I don't know what Kandi did wrong. Everyone is talking about her show when Kandi goes on interviews. If they talk about Nene, she should talk. No, I don't agree. If Nene is out here throwing shade and somebody asks Kandi about what Nene said, why can't Kandi respond? If you look at the clip that they were speaking of, the interviewer asked Kandi about what Nene said. And Kandi was responding to what Nene said. So that's the part that I'm saying. Like, again, if somebody's interviewing me and they're talking about, well, you know, every review said such and such and such and such about you, then I'm going to respond to what every review said. I don't think that Kandi is wrong for saying, well, if Nene has a problem with my show isn't stopping her from doing what she need to do. Like, how was my show stopping her ratings? Like, I don't think Kandi wrong for that. If Nene said, then it's okay for Nene to say it, but when Kandi said, then it's a problem. See? And I don't care. I mean, I'm not a fan of one or the other, but I mean, I do like Kandi, but I wouldn't say I'm a stan or anything for Kandi. And I don't dislike Nene. My thing is all tangled up. I don't dislike Nene. But I'm not a stan for Nene, and when Nene is wrong, I'm gonna say Nene's wrong. Listen, Really B, you real cute in your blue today. However, we don't like Kandi, Nene. No, you don't like Kandi. Why would Nene be off limits? Right. Like, why can't she say what she need to say about if somebody talking shit about you, powerful, if you're doing an interview with somebody talking shit about you and they ask you about that person that's talking shit about you, you can't respond? You wrong for responding? Portia was on it. I thought Portia was on it. Portia was on it. I watched it and had two parts. Married to Medicine Doctors, Garcelle Bouveau, and others were on there too. Yeah, I remember the Married to Medicine because they had the Married to Medicine doctor that everybody thinks is white. I thought, I couldn't say beyond the shadow of a doubt, but I'm almost certain that Portia was on there. And it was two parts. They had Giselle on there. Yeah, I'm almost certain they had that Portia was on there. I don't have an issue with Kandi either, but if you're all working together, you should look out for each other. But that's the thing. They weren't working together. Nene was trying to get them to work together, and Kandi went and did the deal. I don't know. I don't see where Kandi did anything wrong. I can't ride for ignorance. Nene's stands scare me. When anybody's stands scare me. When people are stands and they can't call somebody when they wrong, that scares me. Y'all know I stand for Whoopi. I love Whoopi, but when Whoopi say shit that ain't right, y'all know I'll be like, Whoop, nah, I ain't get along. I don't know about that one. Anybody that's a stand for somebody bothers me. Nene could do the same. Stop mentioning Kandi. It's simple. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Nene wouldn't bring up Kandi, Kandi doesn't bring up Nene. Kandi doesn't bring Nene up at all. The point of the special was to spread awareness on Black Lives Matter, not for personal gain. So Kandi didn't owe the other girls sugar, honey, iced tea. Exactly. That's how I feel about it. I don't care for Kandi either, but I try not to comment too harshly about her. I can respond, but sometimes it's just good to let things fly. But I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like Kandi has tried to take the high road, and Nene, you know, anyway. But I've had a response as well. Kandi didn't get Nene blacklisted. Right. Nene got herself blacklisted. Nene is not likable. Who wants to work with that? And what has ever done to benefit the rest of her castmates anyway? Did you mean to say what has Nene done? Stans can be irrational. They absolutely can. Right. Powerful says she not a stand for either one. Yeah, I don't get the impression that you're a stand. Working together, Jonathan's a stand. Working together as on the same job, how people say Portia shouldn't have gotten with Simon because they worked together. Right. Nene always brings up other people. Yeah. Um Yeah, so that's what that is. As far as Nene being blacklisted, do I think Nene's blacklisted? Yeah, I do. I think Nene's blacklisted, but I think Nene did it to herself. I don't think Nene has anybody to blame for her being blacklisted but herself. Now, that's just my opinion. I think Nene got herself blacklisted. You know, again, you can be right, but you could be my father used to always say, you could be right, but you could be dead right. So you can be right about something, but you going out here calling out your boss, that's never going to be a good idea. Like there's a way that you got to move. You know, what they say, real G's move in silence. You know, I think the lady should have worked together, not just looked out for herself. Calling people racist and cokeheads is a good way to get blacklisted. Yeah, calling your boss a cokehead is a really good way of getting blacklisted. Yeah, yep. I'm just going to say Kandi sleeps next to a former Bravo producer, so she knows what Bravo wants. That's true. Hey, Miss Toby, thank you. Oh, girl, you ain't been here in a while, child. I done had these braids in for over a month, but thank you, boo. Oh, well, Nene should move and not mention anything Bravo like ever. This is all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to sit here and say that Bravo is a perfect place to work. I'm not going to say that. Bravo probably is guilty of a lot of the things that Nene is accusing Bravo of. Let's be clear. I don't work there. I'm not going to say the woman isn't right. But what I am going to say is there's a way that you need to move, especially, it's all about burning bridges. It's about burning bridges, and there's a way that you need to move. And so, Nene, you burnt down Rome, and now you want to know why you don't have nowhere to go. You burnt Rome down. You didn't leave with any sort of grace. And if you were going to sue the network, that's fine too. But let your lawyer speak for you. Let the paperwork speak for you. You out here calling, like you said, you calling your former boss a cokehead. You saying that, you calling out all these different people, and you calling out NBC Universal. A lot of Nene's jobs came through NBC Universal. She got on Glee through NBC Universal. She got the New Normal through NBC Universal. She got on the Apprentice through NBC Universal. Like a lot of her jobs that she got outside of Housewives came through NBC Universal. So you didn't just call out Bravo, you called out NBC Universal. You called out your boss. And I don't think that there's anybody in this room. There's 96 people in here right now. There's not one of y'all in here right now that could do that. Not one of y'all could do that on your job and not expect to be blacklisted. Not one. She always had a problem with Kandi though, because Kandi is wealthy and independent of Bravo. Yeah, they've been beefing since Kandi came on the show, child. Mariah been real quiet in her lawsuit. Right, Mariah has been very quiet. Now I don't know what the status of her lawsuit is, but baby, she has been very quiet. She always, I just read that. When you burn a bridge, please make sure that bridge is not attached to your life. Right. Like if you're going to burn a bridge, just make sure you don't ever need to walk over it again. That's it. That's all. Exactly, really be. She could have left with grace and not come as bitter and difficult to work with. Right. If Bravo called with another contract, she already said she would go back on the show. Remember that a couple of months ago, Auntie Didi, when she was on, was she on Wendy Williams' show, or she was on one of these shows, and they asked her, and she said that she said that her and Andy would have to have a conversation first, but that she would want to come back. That she would be open to coming back, I think. I don't want to misquote her. She would be open to coming back. She said her and Andy would have to have a conversation, and they asked Andy about it, and Andy said, I'm good. He said, I'm focused on this season of the Real Housewives, but I'm good. Right, and that's why she can't get hired nowhere, because people talk and the industry is small. She won't get on. my good network and talk about us. Right. Like, if you, and think about it, even if Bravo doesn't pick up the phone and call anybody, let's just assume that Bravo doesn't pick up the phone and call anybody, right? If you're running a network and you have seen how Nene was moving, would you be in a rush to hire her? Yeah, she was on the Real. It was on the Real, yeah. Burn down Rome, indeed. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Nene was not as important as she thought. Yeah. Yep. What's up? It's me, D. Thank you for sending me that link earlier. Oh, yeah, we can talk about that too. I don't know if we're going to get to everything. Let's move on, child, because we could do this Nene thing all damn night, child. For my RuPaul fans, RuPaul, they dropped the trailer for the teaser for they're having a all winners, all stars. So they dropped that teaser. Thank you, It's Me D, for sending it to me. And Abby did a reaction. Y'all can go over to Abby Reviews channel and get a reaction and find out who the queens are, honey. Find out who the queens are. I'm actually surprised at a couple of the queens that are going to be there. I'm praying for all you Nene hate. Child, whatever. Moving on. Moving on. And I don't think that's the whole cast. That didn't seem like a full cast, did it? It's Me D. That didn't seem like a full cast. It was only like what, 6, 7 people? That don't seem like a full cast, but y'all know it's always, y'all know they ain't gonna give us everything. So I feel like it's gonna be some more queens added. But moving on. All right. Well, since we're talking about Housewives, let's go ahead and talk about Erika and Garcelle. So Erika, we talked the other day about how Erika threw Garcelle's memoir in the trash, honey. Rue is timing me with these. Yeah, I think that's part of the problem too. I think she's doing too much. She's saturating the market. She's doing too much. Like, I don't even look at all the other franchises, and she's doing too much. It's an all winners expedited season. Oh, okay, so it's just gonna be a quick season. That was all the rumor cast that I knew. Okay, all right. Well, maybe that's, yeah. I guess it's gonna be a short season. The runways are gonna be everything. Absolutely. Try to worry about Jonathan. Anyway, now Erika said that Garcelle is using her Housewives stories for her memoir and to sell her memoir. Now, this is all I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say about that. I don't feel like Nene needs to use. Oh Lord, see, y'all got me thinking Nene. Garcelle has a lot. Now, do I think that Garcelle, the Vixen? I miss the Vixen. Oh, you mean she gonna wear them out on what? On her reviews or something? I saw something saying Erika is being sued individually now. Yes, she is. We talked about that on here, Nico. We talked about that. Erika being sued for $50 million. Yeah. Baby, you know I love me some Jada Essence. Listen, there's so much melanin. I was so proud. There was so much melanin in there. I was here for it, honey. I was here for all of it. Anyway, let me get back to this, y'all. So Erika is saying basically that, the Vixen, the UK winner. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other Vixen. Oh, okay. So Erika's saying that Garcelle is using their storylines to sell her book. But let me say this about that. Again, this was a part of Garcelle's life for 3 or 4 years. So sure, I'm sure she's got something to talk about. I'm sure she has an opinion about your situation. And she said Lisa Rinna and what's going on with Lisa Rinna and Lisa Rinna's daughter. Remember, Garcelle has been friends with Lisa Rinna for 10 years. She's known Amelia since Amelia was a child, right? If Amelia is 20 now, she's known her since she was 9 or 10 years old. So she may very well have an opinion, but I don't think it's just based off of Real Housewives stuff. I think it may be going back into their friendship. If this is a memoir about her life, I'm sure that there are parts of her book where she talks about being an immigrant from Haiti, where she talks about being a model. where she talks about her complicated relationship with her family, where she talks about her firstborn child who became a drug addict and what she went through with that. I'm sure she talks about the scandal as it relates to the twin, her ex-husband, who's the father, the father of her twins, and what she went through with that. I'm sure she's going to talk about her time in Hollywood and all of the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs of that. Like, Erika, get over yourself. You might be a chapter. You may very well be a chapter, girl. But I refuse to believe that more than 5% of that book is about the Real Housewives. I would say if she's going to talk about her experience on the Real Housewives as a whole, I might even go so far as to say 10%. I might go so far as to say 10% of her book might be about her Real Housewives experience. But let's be clear, Erika. But for the fact that your storyline dominated a season and a half of her being on the Real Housewives, of course she has something to say about you. Of course she has something to talk to you about. Last thing I'm going to say is the rumor is that it's not going to be an elimination season until they get to the top 4. Huh? How do you get to the top 4 if you don't eliminate somebody? It's not going to be an elimination season until they get to the top 4. I don't understand how you get to a top 4 if you don't eliminate nobody. Okay, you got to tell me what you mean by that. It's me, D. Yeah, and so Erika, girl, get over yourself. Go sit down somewhere and get over yourself. You just mad. How about that? You just mad. You just mad. Now, let's be clear. I haven't read the book. Erika had a copy of it, so Erika has read the book and I haven't. But I would be willing to bet I'd be willing to bet a little bit of money. That Erika, you don't take up more than 10% of that book, ma'am. And regarding Erika's opinion on Garcelle's book, right, Erika, did you even read it, girl? Erika needs to sit down, eat her food, and worry about that $50 million. Right. Rumor has it there'll be a top 4 and bottom 4 that'll face off for different prizes. Oh, interesting. I'm here for that. I'm here for that because, the fans have been waiting, and I think I would feel gypped if I only got 1 week of any of those ladies, except for maybe Jinx. Jinx don't do it for me. But the rest of them I'm here for. I don't know the Vixen because I didn't watch UK, but I'm here to learn more about her. So I'm here for that. I'm here for them giving everybody an opportunity, a round robin situation. I'm here for that. If that rumor is true, I'm here for that. Right, Eric. Right, that's all you're doing is giving her some free promo because I didn't even know Garcelle book had a book coming out, child. You love Jinx. She don't do it for me. Nah. Child. So that is the Erika situation. What time? Okay. If Erika is smart, she write a book to help pay for them lawyers' fees. Well, she can't really write a book now. Once this is over with, she will write it. I'm sure she'll write a book. But she can't write a book now because she can't talk about nothing. Not, not what we want to read. She can't really talk on nothing. But once this is all over, said and done, I'm sure Erika will get a nice little payday to tell her story. I'm certain of it. At least the criminal side of this. Once the criminal side of this is resolved, yeah. I love Jinx. Let me guess, you're a Roxy fan. I don't care about either one of them. I'm not a one or the other. I don't care about either one of them. Why would I be a Roxy fan? Are they like arch enemies or something? I don't know. I don't know nothing about Roxy either. Roxy who? Roxy Andrews? I don't care about either one of them. It's me, D. You love Jinx too. Okay, well, you and Abby will be together and y'all love for Jinx. Okay. Now, is this gonna be on regular VH1 or is this gonna be on Paramount Plus again? I don't think that worked out too well for them having the show on Paramount Plus, but anyway. All right. Let's talk about the Washington Commanders stealing money from they season ticket holders. Child, the Congress then wrote a letter to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, alleging that the Washington Commanders, formerly the Washington Redskins, was stealing money. I need you to go watch that season. Watch what season? Oh, it's gonna be on Paramount. Go watch what season? I watched all of the seasons. I gotta go back and watch it again. I don't think I will. Season 5. If y'all think I'm about to go back and watch season 5, I promise you that's not gonna happen. Promise you that's not gonna happen. So when they're alleging, y'all know that the Washington football team, Commanders, whatever their name is this week, they have been in trouble for a couple of years because they've had some mismanagement down to the personnel office, and they have been under investigation. That's how we found out about the racist emails from John Gruden. They were investigating Washington and found these emails. So in the midst of them doing this investigation on the personnel violations down to the Washington football team, they uncovered this alleged scheme where basically what they were doing was the best way for me to break this down is, you know how when you lease an apartment and you have to pay a security deposit, and then when the lease is over, as long as you didn't violate the lease, you didn't tear up the apartment, you're supposed to get your security deposit back. Well, the football team wasn't giving people their security deposit back, and they were finding reasons and creating obstacles to preclude people from getting their deposits back. And they were doing this over a time period of 10 years, which of course that added up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, right? Of course they say they ain't do it, that they not guilty. Bossy said, I was like, who would have watched the Commanders, child? Another rumor is that they're going to have a fan favorite season as well as a first out season. I would be here for a first out season. I would definitely be here for a first out season. That would be great. Think about who would be on there from the people who went home first. Now, the sad thing is a lot of the people who went out first that have become household names they've already done, but in 14 seasons, that's 14 potential people. I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. Right. We would get some pork chop, maybe we get a little bit more of Vanjie. We get who's the other one that I was thinking about? What's her name? The one that had the sis. Her. I'm here for it. Anyway. Yeah, child. So we will see what ends up happening with that. But that went all the way to Congress, and Congress wrote a letter to the FCC. Listen, I feel like we about to get a new owner. I feel like they're going to put so much pressure on Dan Schneider that they're going to force him to sell the team. I feel like we might end up getting a new owner out of this, which I am here for. Listen, actually, I hope that's what the result is. I hope we get a new owner, because y'all know I can't stand Dan Schneider. No, not Suju. I mean, Suju might have improved their drag over the last couple of years. I would see all the winners on the show together and see who comes out on top. Well, they're doing a winners only season. I mean, it's not all of them though. Yeah, I that's what I want. At this point, just give me a new owner. Let's just throw the whole thing out and get a new owner, child. Maybe if I get a new owner, the team might get a real name. You ain't have to do me like that, though. You ain't have to do me like that. Ah! You didn't have to do me like that. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. So let me show you guys something before we get into our last story. Oh man. Okay. Friday. Friday. Okay. So Friday, I want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right information, child. Because we went back and forth between Friday and Thursday. I think Friday was the day we resolved, we came down to. So on Friday, you guys, there will be a new panel starting up. Ladies' night, we'll be talking pop culture, hot topics, and YouTube street news. Now, when I say YouTube street news, we're talking about like big YouTube street news, like Tasha K versus Cardi B YouTube street news, like Funky Dineva versus Lemmy Plummer YouTube street news. We're not talking about like, somebody stepped on somebody's toe YouTube street news. Y'all know what I'm saying? So the 4 ladies that will be a member, that will be a part of the panel, we have Cups of Conversation or Cups of Convo, Peace Love, of course, myself, ReallyBTV, and Andrea Nelson. So I will, the first week we'll be rotating. So week 1, we will be on Cups of Convo's channel. So if you guys are not subscribed to Cups of Convo, make sure y'all meet us over there Friday at, I believe we said 8:00. But I will definitely, we have a meeting tonight. So when we meet tonight, I will definitely give you all the final details. But I just want to put that in y'all heads. I just want to put that back in y'all heads a little bit. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Cuba pled guilty. Cuba Gooding pled guilty to the sexual allegations against him. I had to go look that up. We'll talk about it. Let me go look it up. How Yaya and Cuba get probation, but Jesse got jail time. Yaya who? Who Yaya? How had it? Yaya who? Who is Yaya? Y'all don't want me to tell y'all, oh, Yaya Mayweather. Now that, okay, you know what? Now that I don't understand. I don't understand Yaya, how she ain't get no jail time. She stabbed a pregnant woman. Like, I don't understand how she ain't get no jail time. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. She stabbed a pregnant woman. I don't understand that. Whew. Okay, I did see that earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot. I did see that earlier. I ain't understand that. I couldn't believe. Now, Cuba Gooding, he took a plea deal. If they hadn't pulled the bait and switch on Jesse would have never got jail time. Remember he had accepted the plea. And the plea was that he was supposed to do a bunch of, community service and pay restitution. And then they came back and was like, oh, no, we changed our mind. We want to go to trial. So he took the deal, but they came back later and they hit him with the bait and switch. Yeah, that's definitely money right there. Now, don't y'all ever talk about how the justice system don't work for black people that got money, because ain't nowhere in the world that if Yaya Mayweather was Yaya Johnson, ain't nowhere in the world she'd be walking away with 6 years probation. And she literally stabbed a pregnant woman. Girl, bye. Her father did something. Money definitely walked in this case. I'm sorry. Money definitely walked in this case, because there's just nowhere in the world. Yeah, Cuba allegedly, well, I guess it ain't alleged now, he took the plea. He put his hands on women without their permission, in places that he wasn't supposed to be putting his hands in places. Best believe Floyd probably paid that pregnant girl a grip because of Yaya. She better not do nothing else. Maybe the girl refused to. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe the girl said she wasn't going to testify. Without a victim, it's hard to prove a case without a victim. So maybe the woman said she wasn't gonna testify, and that's why they made the deal. I don't know, but baby, whoever her lawyer is, baby, they earn their money. 6 years probation, and you stabbed a pregnant woman. And the woman, it wasn't like it was a flesh wound. That woman was in the hospital. She claimed she got some permanent nerve damage. Now I don't know how true that is, but that's what she had claimed. There were videos of Cuba. Oh, Lord. Hey, let's talk with Sheila. How you doing? All right, let's get into this last story. So, because I told you I got this meeting at 8:00. So let's get into this last story. Now, let me say this to you guys again. Let me say, y'all know I don't. On this last situation, I'm gonna need y'all to read between the lines. I'm gonna need y'all to work with me on this one, and I'm gonna need y'all to read between the lines because I ain't trying to start no beef with nobody, okay? But I need y'all to work with me on this, okay? It's 86 people in this room. Dang, I lost 15 people. Anyway, it's 86 people in this room, so I'm gonna need y'all to work with me, okay? Yaya in NBA is one of the kind. Is the baby okay? Child, I don't know, because ain't he in jail too? And the boy in jail? Child, I can't with these people. Now, I've been bringing y'all this story about Carryon Franklin since Sunday night, I believe. The boy got arrested Sunday morning. You got your Avon. Thank you, Miss Honey. Thank you for your support. And I told y'all from the beginning, if you go back and look at my video, I told y'all from the beginning that I got my information from Larry Reed and that I could not confirm or deny the information. I got it from Larry Reed. I was very clear about that. It was all allegedly. It was all allegedly. Kerrion went to court and he is being held without bond. He ain't going home no time soon. I think they mean the baby that in the pregnant girl who got... Yeah, the baby's okay. I believe the baby's okay. He's on house arrest in Utah. So, he's being held without bail. He still has the warrant, the no bond warrant in Texas that we still don't know what those charges are. We don't know what county. Last I checked, we didn't know. What's up, King Retro? What's up, babe? I still don't know. We still don't know. But he has another hearing on April the 21st, and he's going to be in jail at least until then. Okay? Now, let me clear some things up. There were reports that the car he was driving was connected to a woman who was missing and then came up deceased. And that was part of why the police was questioning him. That is not true. That is not the case. Hold on a second, y'all. It's still gotta get up early. Right. So, well, tomorrow I get to sleep in. I don't have nothing to do tomorrow. So I'm choosing my words very carefully, y'all. So what was said was that was part of why he was being held, because the car that he was driving belonged to a woman who came up missing. Now, I did report in his interview with Larry Reed, he said that he got that car registered. He's been stopped driving that car before and nothing ever happened. And that the woman that he bought that car from, when he bought the car from her, she was very much alive. Now, I did report that, and that is what he said in his jailhouse interview. After the jailhouse interview, there was commentary made, and that was the conversation, right? I reported to you guys, and I gave y'all the links, so y'all can go back and look at the links. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Y'all can go back and look at them links. What we found out today, because some things that was cleared up, there is a question of a young lady that he was in connection with that they allegedly used to get high together, allegedly. And when she passed away, Kerrion was still driving a car that she had rented. And the family had to go to the authorities in order to get him to turn the car in because, and they said that even to this day, they are dealing with identity theft, that that young lady's name is still being used in an identity theft situation. But that was over a year ago. But that wasn't what was said, and that wasn't made clear. Y'all working with me right now? Y'all reading between what I'm saying? Y'all understanding what I'm saying right now? That was not what was said. That's not what was made clear. So, just to clear that up, okay? They found a gun in the car and they found 2 tasers. And the registration was expired with the broken tail light. So let me be clear. Let me clear this up. The young lady in question, you following? Okay. The young lady in question that came up deceased, the car that he was driving on Sunday, what's up, El Teddy, is not the car in question as it relates to that young lady that came up deceased. That was over a year ago, and the family did have to call the authorities to get Kerrion to return the car because it was a rental and he wouldn't return it, and it was something dealing with that. Allegedly, the family felt like it was Miss Honey. It was. Allegedly, the family went to the authorities because they felt like Kerrion, that they was, they was doing drugs together and things weren't, but they never accused him of doing anything to her. They just wanted him to return her property after she came up deceased. Now, the family does feel like he wasn't a good influence because the family feels like they were getting high together and stuff like that. But that don't have nothing to do with what happened on Sunday. Now, this all I'm going to say to y'all. Hey, Mimi, between the lines. Now, this is what I'm going to say to y'all. There is no way that somebody like me will put all that together the way I put it together in my first video if that's not how it was said. Because I don't know these people. Personally, y'all know I don't toot my own horn. Y'all know I don't come down here and I don't brag about a whole lot of stuff. But let's be clear. I have 3 college degrees. My comprehension skills are pretty damn good. I comprehend pretty well. I teach for a living. I teach comprehension. I comprehend pretty damn well. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. Word on the street is Kurt called and told him to keep his son's name out of his mouth. Ooh. Ooh. So the reason why he's not, from my understanding, the reason why he's not getting bail is because he has a case in Texas. He has a warrant for his arrest in Texas, and it's a no bail warrant. We don't know what the charges are. And until that situation has been resolved, That is why he's being held. As far as the gun charges and the tasers, my understanding is that's not where the no bond is coming in. The no bond is coming in because there's a no bond warrant for his arrest in Texas. When he goes back to court, now, according to what he said, and I heard him say this on his interview with Larry Reed, according to what he said, that situation was supposed to have been resolved. He thought he had hired a lawyer, or his grandparents had hired a lawyer, somebody, and that situation was supposed to have been resolved. And he thought it would be reflective when he went to court yesterday, but it wasn't. So I feel like when they go to court next week, that gives everybody enough time, Texas, LA, whatever, to unravel whatever the situation is. If he resolved the issue, if he cleared up the warrant, if he paid the fine, or whatever it was supposed to happen, that'll give them time. But the no bond is because he has a warrant in Texas. Now, from my understanding, LA said that they are not going to extradite him until they resolve their situation. That's my understanding. There's new info saying he has a bond now and is being held for something in Orange County, Orange County, California. So there's new information saying that he does have a bond, but he got another charge in another county, because right now he's in LA County. So he's got another charge in Orange County. Oh, this baby got a lot going on. Child, this baby got a lot going on. Poor thing. Because if he got another charge in Orange County, whew. So yeah, so I listened, and thank you, El Teddy. El Teddy put me on to a YouTuber by the name of, what's his name? El Teddy. Put his link in the chat for me, please. Is it Tyrese? Put his link in the chat for me, please, El Teddy. The bond is $25,000. Thank you, Kenneth. Okay, so y'all got more information updated. Thank y'all for updating it. So $25,000 bond. Okay. So I'll give you guys more updates as I get more updates. Like I said, El Teddy gave me the link to some other people that I can look at that have some different information, and all that good stuff. So yeah. I'm just waiting on the BBLA folks to announce the credit cards were stolen from the state. You know what? Miss Honey, you a mess. You a mess. You a mess. I think we assumed the boy had some substance issues when he outed Kirk, cussing him smooth out. Yeah. Thank you, El Teddy. The Tyrese report, that's who it was. So y'all go over to the Tyrese report. He did a video yesterday, and he may have done one today. And y'all go check him out. I think you'll get some different information. You'll get some different information. Thank you, Lauren Bishop. Child, listen, y'all know me. I'm gonna give y'all the information, but when I get more information or I have to fix something I said, I don't have no problem coming down here and doing that, because that is why I always cite my sources. That is why I always cite my sources, because y'all know where I got my information from. And I said from the beginning where I got all this information from, and that everything was alleged. I said that from the beginning. Right? I said that from the beginning. Anyway, y'all gotta get over here because I have an 8 o'clock meeting I need to jump on. But pay attention to the community wall. I will be adding the information after this meeting on the panel that we'll be doing later on this week. And I will talk to y'all later. No one is paying the bond because they said they can never find him. Ooh. That's what... I'll tell you something after we get off of here. That's what Larry Reed said. But anyway. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.